Hello, and welcome to another episode of YemmyCast, a video game podcast on YouTube. Wow! It is another Wednesday, my dudes, and here we are with another YemmyCast, my bros, my ferret friends, my fickle pickles. Hey, it's me, YemmytheFerret, aka Yemmy, aka DJ Yemmy, and on this episode we have a lot of fun news to talk about, including a 15-minute Anthem demo. PSVR may be getting some sort of motion board type thing, and oh my god, there's a grandma who's played how many hours of of Animal Crossing? Holy shit, you don't want to miss this, folks. Oh, wow, it's gonna be insane! Whoa. But yeah, welcome to YemmyCast, video game podcast, of course, the best one on the internet. Actually, it's number one rated. By fans of YemmytheFerret is the number one rated video game podcast. I'm actually kind of maybe possibly planning on trying to get this podcast on iTunes. I'm going to see, though. There's a lot of visual elements to this one. And I do like doing the creative little snippets in here. But, you know me, I like doing things that include that may be more difficult than they should be. All right, so let's see. What have I done this week? I mean, New Year's was last year, so I can't ask you guys, what was your New Year's resolution anymore. Christmas is over. Holiday season's pretty much over. Today, the weather was a sparking 60 degrees in middle of January. Thunderstorms happened today. I was like, what the hell? Is this like, are we like in springtime? Like, geez, what, are we skipping winter now? Which is, I guess, okay. We'll still probably get dumped on by snow. It'll probably happen towards February to April. That's when it usually starts to go down. There's been some games I played. What games did you guys play? Let me know in chat. If you're here for the premiere, let me know in the chat. If you're not here for the premiere, tell me anyways. I like to know. I like to know what you're playing. Me, personally, I finally got around to throwing in Detroit Become Human, and it's pretty impressive so far. There are only a few nitpicks I have about it, but I think I'll do like a full kind of review thing on YemmyCast when I get done with it. So far, enjoying it. The game is really in-depth, which is nice. A lot more in-depth than a Telltale game, for sure. Still playing a lot of Battlefield 5. It's kind of replaced Call of Duty World War II as my number one played game right now. World War II kind of died out when Black Ops 4 came around, but then I didn't really play Black Ops 4 every day. I played it maybe every other day, maybe every other 2 days. It depended, really. And Battlefield 5 has been like an everyday occurrence. Me playing at least a match or two, getting some assignments done, getting some stuff done, getting the Sten Golden in my last live stream, which was amazing. The highlight video for that will come out this weekend, hopefully. Here's a little clip. Dum, 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 dum. Battlefield 5. Wow, fantastic. Let's see, what else have I played? Oh, I got Super Mario Party for the Switch. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's been a very fun and rewarding experience so far, as you can expect from a Mario Party game. It doesn't really have a lot of levels in it, but it does have a lot to do, lots of new mini games, lots of fun things. Computers are relatively stupid. We've been playing with them on hard, so I might just beef it up to extra hard or whatever it's called, very hard, hard dong. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it, me and my girlfriend, so not too bad there, not too bad at all. I also was able to watch Bumblebee finally, and it was all right. Not my favorite movie ever. It has its flaws. It was a little cliche at times. Actually, it was a cliche a lot of the time. There was times when it was just like, Yep, they're gonna reach toward each other while they're both being shocked by tasers. Okay. Yep. She's gonna, the diving thing's gonna come back at the end. She's gonna have to dive at the end. Called that one coming up. But it gives me a little bit of hope for the Transformers series coming up. This reboot is looking to be a success in my eyes. Especially after all the crap Michael Bay did. I'm glad they're tearing it down and rebuilding from the ground up. The War on Cybertron stuff was amazing. I loved I know it was all CGI, but it looked really good, and the action was really, really fun. And don't forget about my favorite line in the whole movie.
There's a door in my way!
I love it. John Cena, #1 actor, gets an Emmy. Golden Globe Award. So in today's little pre-show topic, it's not news! It's not news. You're right. It's not news. I talked about the NFL for 15 minutes one time. I talked about my favorite video games last time, or was it last time? Yeah, I think it was. No, what? I don't remember. Jeez. All these weeks get kind of blurred together. What non-video game topic am I going to talk about today? It's not news. It's not news. It has news in the title, but it's not news. What are you doing? We don't care. I hope you do care. I care. I care a lot. Bum 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 bum. I feel like I need to stand for this topic of the show because my legs are getting sore from sitting in a chair for 2-3 hours on end, trying to edit together this video, trying to get a topic that I actually like, that I want to talk about. It's very difficult to get a new topic that is interesting every single freaking week. And you know what? I think I have one. Because you know what? Life is hard. Life is hard. But you know what's even harder than life? That's right. Being a pirate. What the fuck are you talking about, Yemmy? I'm talking about a game called Sea of Thieves. Now, Sea of Thieves came out last year, I'm pretty sure, right? Last year it came out. Let me double check that, Yemmy, because, we need topical, factual information. I am not a liar, like the video says. Sea of Thieves was released. Oh my god, it was released March 2018. Oh, I am so wrong. Alright, 2018, this game was released. This year, it got, mediocre reviews, I guess you would say. The people have spoken. They say 92% of them, they like this game. Me, personally, I like it a lot. I think it's a really fun experience. I think Sea of Thieves could be the best pirate game we've had ever. Yes, better than Black Flag. Better than Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, the video game. Better than Pirates of the Caribbean Online. Yes. Oh my gosh. Am I crazy? Am I going insane? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm playing with other people. I don't know. I think playing with other people can be really great. And this game, it 4-player co-op in it, PvP, going on a quest, raising the cannons, raising the black flag, raising the bananas into your mouth because you need to eat, because you need to prevent scurvy. Now, Sea of Thieves is known as this mediocre game that was released by Rare. Now, Rare has been known for games like Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, recently Nuts and Bolts, and even more recently, Sea of Thieves. Now, Sea of Thieves comes at a time where you think Rare needs to do something good. They need to do something good, because Nuts and Bolts was bad. I'm not going to get into Nuts and Bolts. Nuts and Bolts was a game that should have been just like a Banjo-Kazooie, except on Xbox 360, but no. They were like, let's add vehicles, let's add customization, let's add a dildo that you can shove up your ass inside this fucking car, because that's really... You can tell I'm really in pain from playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Now, so Rare comes up with this idea. We're going to do a 4-player co-op experience. It's a pirate adventure game. Everyone loves pirates. Yar, Avast ye mateys, and all that shit. And we're going to really make this game really stylized, give it like a shell-shaded graphic type thing, but make it this fucking ocean. The fucking ocean, dudes. If you've seen this ocean, you know that the ocean in this game, the sea that harbors the thieves, is amazing. Oh my gosh. I was getting seasick the first time I played this goddamn game. Oh my gosh, you see the water in this game. It's so beautiful. It's so lifelike. Take Skyrim Remastered, times it by 50. Skyrim Remastered looks like frickin' Minecraft compared to Sea of Thieves. I tell you what. Now you might be thinking, Yemmy, are you a bit mad? Are you a bit savage? I don't know. I don't know right now. I feel like I've been given a new life. I've been given a new life as a pirate. That's right. I feel like a pirate when I'm playing this game. Now, like I said, you can only play this game and enjoy it, usually, when you have someone to play it with. If you don't have someone to play it with, what are you doing? You know, I remember when I first saw this game and I was interested in it, I said, you know what? I would love to play this game, but I have no friends. That's right. I have no friends. Back then, I was at PAX West in Seattle, Washington, and I looked around and I said, I have my fiance and I have my friend Nick, and that's it. I don't know anyone else. Everyone else is either an acquaintance or a person I work with, and they're about 30 years older than me. So there's no way I can possibly play this game with anyone else. So I said, never mind. We won't get this game. It was Xbox exclusive. It wasn't on Windows 10 yet. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like buying an Xbox One again to get Sea of Thieves. So eventually what happened was I forgot about the game. I mean, I have the little things like I got an eye patch and a fake tattooed arm sleeve from the PAX West booth. It was amazing. I liked the demo. It was fine, but I forgot about the game. I forgot about the game for so long. And then when it came out, in March, I saw the reviews, and I was like, oh boy, I guess I was right. The game's kind of mediocre. And I watched some gameplay of it. Some YouTuber dude commissioned my fiance to make thumbnails for him, and he was an ass to her, so she quit. But that's a different story for a different time. But I didn't think of anything of it, and then all of a sudden, the Lord and Savior, the master, the captain of the ship, Douglas and Dragons, and his first mate, Vash, in the pit, were playing it, and I joined the live stream, and I was like, holy crap, what is this? I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out on this goddamn game. Holy crap. I was like, the game's still $60. It was on sale, but it's $60 now, and I'm like, I'm getting this game. I don't fucking care. It looks amazing, and they invited me to play. And I had to revive my Xbox profile. I even paid to change my name to YemmytheFerret. So if you're on Xbox, you can add me. I don't have an Xbox. I play PC. Master Race. And it's been such a great adventure. It's been amazing. We fought like 3 freaking megalodons, which are giant prehistoric sharks. They just come out of nowhere. We also fought a Kraken, and we died. That's right, we died. But I'll tell you what, Vash, he is such a strong-willed pirate. He got in a rowboat. Me and him got into a rowboat after the ship sank, and it had all of our treasure except for one thing. It sank with the ship. Rip. And we got into it, and the Kraken can suck you in with its tentacles and damage you. And I was like, oh god, the Vash got sucked in, so I had to take over the rowing, and I had to learn how to row because I didn't know how to row. But now I do. And he was gone. He was out of the picture. I thought he died. So I'm trying to row away. And the tentacle comes up right beside me and sucks me in. I'm like, no, please. The treasure. The landlubbers are going to get it. And so I died. And I went to pirate hell. And and we get back to the ship, and we're like, "Where's Vash? Where is he? What's he doing?" And all of a sudden, we hear him go, "I'm still in the rowboat, guys. I got back to it. I escaped the Kraken." So he landed on an island. I don't remember what it's called. Probably Island of Booty Bitches. And we met him, and we sold our treasure for an enormous price. It was amazing. I tell you, this game will give you an experience that you've never had before. This game is crazy. And like I said, you need to have other people to play it with, because either you're going to get overrun by enemies or other players. You can be killed by other players anywhere in this world. I mean, it might not sound like a great idea, but for the most part, you usually just stay away from them. So the smaller boats, the swooners, If you have a crew of 2, you get a smaller boat. If you have a crew of 4, you get the big boat. You get the big boy. Now, there's no men of war or anything like that, but there are ghost ships that sail around, and, you can fight them if you want. We haven't fought any, and like I said, there are those epic creatures in the water you can kill and get special things and lots of gold, and you can also plunder other players. And there's lots of quests you can find. There's fetching quests, there's pirating quests, there's, shovel and, find the buried treasure quests. They're amazing. This game is so full of life and so amazing, and the map is so well done. And the ocean. Did I talk about the ocean yet? Dudes, the waves are freaking so nice. They're so well rendered. They're so well done. Even when you're in the crow's nest, they look amazing. And you have three instruments in your repertoire, and you can everyone can play their instruments at the same time and do variations of the songs they're playing. It's amazing. You can drink grog. That's right, you can drink grog and get drunk, and then you won't be able to stand straight. You move around. You play your instrument worse when you're drunk. There's little things they think of that you wouldn't have thought of in 7 years. Ah! You might be asking yourself, Yemmy, why are you talking about this old-ass game? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I think this game got a lot of shit, and I wish I had played it earlier in this year. Well, maybe, no, you know what? Maybe I don't wish that. I'm glad that I'm playing it now. I'm glad that I didn't play it before, because before I didn't have any friends, like I said. I wasn't on YouTube as much. I didn't know a lot of people. My YouTube game started January 18th on this channel. That was my first uploads, and I uploaded a whole shit ton of things. So, in conclusion, I'm glad I'm playing this game. It's freaking amazing. This is like my new review series right here. This is my review series. Hey, Sea of Thieves is fucking good out of 10. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do other reviews like this where I'm standing and jumping around and so excited because this game made me so excited. But I tell you what, it's an amazing game. I would suggest picking it up and playing it with your friends. I seriously would. If you don't believe me, you can suck my toes and give me scoliosis. Alright, fuck that. Let's get into the news. That's right, we're going to get into the news. And first up on the news is, a game that I talked pretty highly of, and that is Doom Eternal. And wouldn't you know, Doom Eternal is recruiting people for a heavy metal choir. And this is pretty awesome because anyone who wants to can actually go to the studio and record with them. All they have to do is send a video to the composer with their killer metal voice. And they will be invited to Austin, Texas to record. And it is the first week of February. It's February 1st, actually. So you'll need to apply before February 1st because it's going to take place in the first week of March. Okay, I get it now. But this is pretty awesome. Letting fans and other people who love Doom can come in and record with the choir. I mean, it's not like you're going to get a huge solo piece. I mean, it's not like you're going to be the only one doing this, the choir stuff. So, it doesn't really, that's not going to matter. I think it's just the experience of going to Texas. Maybe you live in Texas. I mean, if you live in Austin, Texas, there's no reason you shouldn't do this, especially if you're a fan of Doom. But yeah, so like I said, you'll need to apply before February 1st. And actually, you will be paid to, you'll be paid and credited for this gig. It's an open invitation. You must be 18 years or older, and you must provide, like I said, a demo of their killer metal voice. And you'll also have to fund your own trip to Texas. So you have to buy your own plane ticket, get your own hotel, blah, 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 blah. Whew. It's pretty awesome, though. That's pretty awesome. So the composer, his name is Mick Gordon, and he composed the last Doom game as well, so you know it's going to be killer, because the last Doom's, I mean, Jesus Christ, remember that review I did for Doom for the Switch? I mean, that freaking soundtrack's like it's just awesome. It's amazing. It really fits the game really well, and I'm glad that, they're doing more heavy metal. Next up is Paladins Crossplay has been delayed, but the developer says we want to do it right. not do it quick, which may or may not be a jab at Fortnite and or whatever else is trying to do right now. But Paladins came onto the Switch in November, the studio said they want to give cross-play and cross-progression for Paladins across all the different platforms except for PlayStation. And they were expecting it to come out this January with an update 2.02, but it has been delayed. And the developer said that they're more focused on polish more than ever, and they want to do it right, not quick. They're going to need a little more time to properly execute this massive leap forward. But the things they want to do and the things that are most requested for crossplay right now, especially for Switch people, is voice chat for every player on your team regardless of platform. They want more matchmaking by input type regardless of platform, which is kind of weird. Keyboard and mouse support for Xbox, and a fully functional cross-friends list, which may be one of the hardest things to do. I mean, especially because people's names and stuff are different. I think there could be a way to link all your accounts, but damn! Plus, I don't know how the voice chat would work with Nintendo. Would you just use the app, the Nintendo app that you had to pay for voice chat? Who knows? Or you could just use Discord like a normal human being. But yeah, the update will arrive in the future. They just need a little bit more time. So if you're a fan of Paladins, which is, almost exactly like Overwatch, which is almost exactly like, et cetera, then this might be good news for you. Of course, with crossplay comes, the inevitable, this guy's using a keyboard versus a controller kind of thing, frame rates, blah, blah, blah. I think Fortnite has done a pretty decent job with it so far, as well as Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. They've all kind of had this good cross-platform technology going into it, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it comes sooner than later for the people who are expecting this, who are wanting this really, really badly. Paladins is free on all platforms, but you can buy the Founders Pack, which gives you all of the main characters. Wow. Oh my gosh, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is paying respects to the Nintendo Switch and or Wii U gamepad. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has launched the emotes, the gestures that you can now buy and or earn. Actually, you have to buy them. I'm sorry. You have to buy them with real money or in-game currency. And one of them is called Mobile Ops. And as you see in the picture, it is a dude playing a little tiny, well, not a tiny, but a pretty sizable gamepad that almost looks like the size of a Switch or something like that, with buttons that are in the same locations as a Switch, and they're playing Dead Ops Arcade 2 Cyber's Revenge on it. And that's just a little emote they can do during Blackout or multiplayer. It's very similar to the Wii U gamepad prototype that was shown. So I think the people are speculating that they're paying homage to it. I think that they're more or less making fun of the gamepad, especially because in February last year, the creator, one of the developers behind Black Ops 4, laughed at even the mention of a port onto the Switch. All hate can be directed to David Vonderhaar. Oh yeah, David Vonderhaar of Treyarch, because he literally laughed off the reporter. And obviously Black Ops 4 is not coming to the Switch anytime soon. I think the age of Call of Duty games on Nintendo products is over. The last one was like Modern Warfare 3 on the Wii. I think it was Modern Warfare or Black Ops. No, it wasn't Black Ops 2. Definitely not that. It was. I think it was Modern Warfare. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 was the last one, official one that was on the Wii. And after that, nope, you got nothing. Nothing. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Tell me how wrong I am. Alright, next up. The next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC fighter has been data mined. This is just a rumor, a leak, you would say. But the next DLC fighter who may be revealed is from Dragon's Quest. And people are thinking that it is Erdrick? Erdrick? From Dragon Quest, a Square Enix game. As we saw already, Piranha Plant, which was theorized, and codename Paku, was, of course, announced. And then also Joker from Persona 5, who... I said Persona right. Epic win. From Persona 5, he was labeled as Jack. And that has come true as well. And now people think that it is this Erdrick guy, and it's codename Brave, which is... I mean, they're guessing it's referencing that Dragon Quest hero. In Japan, it's called Yushu, which directly translates to brave in English, so people are thinking that might be it. There are also theories that Jack may be a reference to Jack Frost, a demon from the Persona series. We shall see. But I'm pretty sure Joker was already announced and already has gameplay, so maybe Jack is referencing this Jack Frost character. I don't know. I don't know anything about Persona or Dragon Quest, so fill me in, everyone. But I don't care. Well, this is the biggest news of the year, everyone. We finally made it. Nintendo confirms that only Toadette can wear the Super Crown, so now Bowsette is officially debunked. Dicks go limp everywhere across America and the world. But they've confirmed that Bowsette cannot be a thing because Toadette is the only one who can use the crown and turn into Peachette. So this is really disappointing for a lot of people who are fans of Bowsette, whether it be the Rule 34 or just in general. But last year, the phenomenon came around. It was something that I kind of ignored for the most part because it was like kind of dumb. But, you know, people were, really wanting this. But I don't think they're going to change a game like New Super Mario Bros. To include, Bowsette, Marioette, Luigiette, Yoshiette, Banditette, stuff like that. But maybe the next game. Everyone. They're releasing New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe on the 11th of January, which is, that's soon. And maybe if this sells good enough, maybe, just maybe, they are going to throw in a new Super Mario Bros. Game for the Switch. Probably going to be called New Super Mario Bros. Switch. Guaranteed. That's my prediction. You can all DM me. Don't at me. Let's see. Next up, we have 87-year-old grandma clocks in a whopping 3,580 hours on Animal Crossing New Leaf for the Nintendo 3DS, which roughly translates to 150 full days worth of playtime. Animal Crossing New Leaf. I did not know that this game was so good. Someone playing it for this long. I'm sure there's people who played it longer, but this is an 87-year-old woman who obviously has nothing better to do. And she has been playing Animal Crossing New Leaf since it came out. She's booted it up 2,521 times. She first played it on December 25th, and she last played it December 31st when this article came out. That's crazy. 4 years of Animal Crossing New Leaf. And is she going to get it on Switch? Well, they hopefully will. That was a long thunder. Thunder rolls, lightning strikes, another love grows cold on this sleepless night. I like that. Thank you, Garth Brooks. Thank you for that lovely song. But they're trying to get enough money raised to get her grandmother a Switch and also get her Animal Crossing for the Switch when it comes out. I believe there has been a GoFundMe or something set up to help out. If I find the link to that, I will surely post it in the description, but I cannot see it right now. The Twitter user is @Phubans, Phubans. So if you want the updates, and maybe they're posting pictures of her grandmother playing every day, who knows, you can find out for yourself. That's it for the Switch news. Let's move on to some Xbox news. So, you're going to embark on a journey into the unknown with the Xbox One X Metro Saga bundle. This is pretty insane. This is a 1 terabyte console that comes with 3 games. 3 games! 2 games are virtually worthless now. They sell for about $5 each on sale, but that's Metro, the first Metro 2033, and also Metro Last Light, 2 superb games. And then the new game, Metro Exodus, will be coming out in this bundle as well. All games are digital, which kind of pisses me off. I'm sick of getting digital games with consoles. Like, just give us a freaking CD. Does it really cost that much more to throw a CD into this goddamn thing? And Metro Last Light and 2033 are literally on the same disc, I'm pretty sure. Who the I mean, I don't understand. But it also comes with a 1-month trial to Xbox Live Pass and also an Xbox controller, of course, because how are you going to play your game without an Xbox controller? The Xbox One supports 4K Ultra HD, HDR, and 4K Blu-ray. They paid me to say that. This is you can pre-order today for 500 slaps in the face. That's right, 500 doll hairs at the Microsoft Store or participating retailers. If you love Metro, but you haven't played the new ports of the game or new versions of the game, damn, this is probably a pretty spicy deal for you, especially if you want an Xbox One. Who wants an Xbox One? Who wants an Xbox One? But anyways, good news for people who want all the games and also haven't gotten an Xbox yet. And if you really want to, you can try out Xbox Live. Speaking of Xbox, here's some free games you can play with the Xbox Game Pass in January. I seem to do one of these like every other episode because they update them every other episode. But there's a good amount of games, right, that are coming around. Some of them are already free or available between certain dates. So you may have missed a few of these since I'm not up. I mean, Xbox only updates their freaking blog like every fucking 3 years. But so you can get Life is Strange, the complete season. Starting December 20th, that comes around, you get all 5 episodes, and then coming around the 27th, just 7 days later, you can play Life is Strange Before the Storm, all 3 episodes of that. Strange that they didn't, strange they didn't put Before the Storm first, seeing as it's a prequel, but I'm not going to be a judge. And then also January 3rd on the Xbox, you can get Life is Strange 2 Part 1 for free as well, with 2 and 5 coming out on Xbox Game Pass as well when they release, probably after all of them have been released and all that. Ark Survival Evolved, January 3rd as well. Dinosaur game, open world, I'm pretty sure. Craft, hunt, and survive. Yada, yada, yada. Oh boy, another January 3rd game. You get Farming Simulator 17. That is 2 years ago it was model. I think there's a Farming Simulator 19 out now. Jesus Christ, who wants, talk about wah. I mean, who wants to play Farming Simulator? Jesus Christ, get dirt under your fingernails. Oh, that's kind of gross. Don't start with that. Have access to over 250 vehicles and equipment to help harvest a variety of crops, including marijuana. Just kidding. I think that's a 19 update, though. I'm not sure, actually. Don't quote me on that. Don't fact check me either. This is a completely honest and trustworthy #1 rated video game podcast. All right, coming up, January 7th. You get Absolver for free. We've already had that free on PlayStation Plus, but now you can find it on Xbox as well, which is a hand-to-hand combat game. I think there's only like 3 characters, but you also journey across a forsaken land to face others who are like you. Learn combat skills, blah, 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 blah. Just Cause 3 coming around January 10th, which is kind of soon. You can get that for free. It's a massive freaking open world. You can do whatever the hell you want. Attach rockets onto a cow's ass. Who cares? Do it. This game was interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Just Cause, which is why I didn't get Just Cause 4. But if you want to, you can check out a review of Just Cause 4 from Speedy from Useless Gaming if you want to. I'm not going to link it in the description. Look for it yourself. But you can, hijack vehicles, do all that stuff you can do as GTA. But also there's a new layer because there's a wingsuit and a parachute and a grappling gun and blah, 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 blah. If you like these kind of games, you can get this one for free. I'm pretty sure this is dirt cheap now anyways on most sales, so don't think of it as a huge thing. It would be huge if they added the DLC. If it was Just Cause 3 Complete Edition, I'd probably be popping a banana. And last up, you're getting this also January 10th as well, is Aftercharge. It's a bit like a cat and mouse game, but in space, with invisible robots and no cats. I'm not sure what this game is. I really don't know, but you're supposed to sneak across a battlefield, the 6 cylinders, and do stuff, and blah, blah, blah. If you want, you can have fun with that. I will not be having fun with that because I don't have an Xbox. But for you Xbox lovers, there you go. Hey, let's move on to some PlayStation news. Alien Blackout is not the isolation successor you might want. Actually, it's not a successor at all. It's just a new game. But the protagonist of Alien Isolation, which is Amanda Ripley, is actually coming back in the new game, but it's not a direct sequel to Isolation. Alien Blackout is going to be a survival horror game for smartphones, where you will guide the aforementioned... Oh, I can't read. I'm not going to read this shit. Look at these fucking long-ass words. God damn. But anyways, you'll guide Amanda Ripley through the Wayland Yutani... Oh my god, through the Wayland Yutani across 7 perilous levels. Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's been no hope that there's going to be a new console game next year for Alien. For whatever reason, they decided, hey, we're going to go with phone game. Wow, amazing. So it's not going to be a sequel to Isolation. It's a standalone game that just has Amanda Ripley as the main character. It's not a sequel. They're very adamant that it's not a sequel, so obviously this game is probably going to be quite trash. Oh, hey, it's the PSVR Move foot motion controller. It's officially licensed now, and yes, we are completely serious. But, I mean, as everyone knows, the PlayStation VR locomotion, moving around, can be kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you're just using the aim controller, which I have been okay with. But now you can use this because it comes with dual analog sticks on the PlayStation Move. So you're literally going to be using your feet on this thing and moving left and right to move your character left and right. Whew, man, it's going to be called the 3D Rudder. What the fuck? It's going to be compatible with over 30 games, as they say, with only a few PlayStation 4 titles being specifically mentioned, including Bow to Blood. I don't know what that game is. It's going to be a licensed product, so you can imagine that it's going to be, you know, at least a good amount of quality. It's going to ship for about $135. That's a lot of biscuits, but not as many as the Xbox. So it's probably going to work with games like Skyrim VR and Borderlands 2 VR. So it may be worth your money to get, especially if you're not a fan of using the controllers to move around. All in all, it looks kind of weird. But you know, this is supposed to be due in April, so we'll look forward to getting more information. Here's some interesting news. Post-apocalyptic movie What Still Remains has nothing to do with The Last of Us, even though it has a lot of similarities. So the Netflix studio that brought What Still Remains has obviously been like, no, this is nope, it's not Last of Us, it's not anything like that. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with it, even though the plot seems pretty similar to people who kind of have hope for the end of the apocalypse. You know, obviously the screenshot you're seeing right here, it looks so fucking similar to the Last of Us cover. There's a girl in the front and a dude behind who looks kind of gruff and menacing, and dang, he's gonna save her and bring her to the CDC, whatever it's called. And of course, there's overgrowth on all the buildings and blah blah blah. There's actually even a destroyed car off to the left. I mean, what the hell were they thinking with this? I don't know if it's like completely ripping it off. Obviously, the story is probably going to be changed a little bit, but it kind of seems like fan fiction to me. And I don't know if Sony has a place to sue, but I mean, it's definitely so close. It kind of looks like a knockoff movie, to be honest with you. Hideo Kojima's infamous PT game has been remade in the Unreal Engine. So you can now go out, I think there's a YouTube link in this article as well. You can actually get or play a remake of the original PT game that was released on PlayStation and then removed from the PlayStation Store. People who still have PT downloaded on their PlayStations, you're sitting on a gold mine there. There's a lot of people who would love to play that game still. But this was supposed to be like a demo for, or, you know, like a trailer for the next Silent Hill game. But then Hideo Kojima was axed from, what was it, Capcom? And now he's working with Sony on Death Stranding, which, as I already said, was predicted to be my PlayStation 5 release game. I'm pretty sure on that. But yeah, you'll finally be able to play the demo again. But I think it's time that we just forget about this demo. It came, it passed. It had a lot of promise, but he obviously doesn't want to do it anymore. Or he can't do it anymore. All right, another big news for today. Call of Duty Ghosts 2 won't be Infinity Ward's next game. And I'm going to talk about Call of Duty more and talk about this article a little bit more with Tim Rules in an upcoming episode. But I just wanted to mention it since it is topical right now, that Infinity Ward has come forward and said, we're not going to be doing Ghosts 2. It ain't Ghosts 2, he exclaims. Oh my gosh. Which I'm okay with, because Ghost 1 was kind of the downfall of Call of Duty. It started that plunge into the depths of mediocrity. Ghost had this really stupid ending where you shot the guy underwater and he floated to the top of this little train car you were in, and you had to swim out and you barely made it out, but this guy who was shot and stabbed and all that, you made it out and was able to drag you away from your brother who was slightly injured. I mean, it was just such a bad ending. It was a cliffhanger too, of course, but they're saying that Ghost 2 is not going to be the next Infinity Ward game, so maybe it is going to be Modern Warfare 4. We shall see, but it's definitely not going to be Ghost 2, he says. But we'll wait for more information on that. Just thought I might as well throw it out there since it is, something new in the realm of Call of Duty that's not futuristic. All right, as I mentioned before, Anthem got a 15-minute uninterrupted mission gameplay. So I have some worries about Anthem. As I already stated in my last episode, Anthem is one of those games that looks like a few others combined, doesn't look too promising. There may or may not be loot boxes and all that stuff in this game as well, which can really bring it down, in my opinion. It's due to release next month, and there hasn't been a whole lot of gameplay or anything like that, but we finally got some gameplay, and hell, does it look a lot like Mass Effect Andromeda! Why are you gonna fucking make your game look like Mass Effect Andromeda? Like, I was okay with the combat in that game. It was fine. I wasn't blown away, though, It was really just hit or miss.
I guess they never miss, huh?
So, Anthem, the gameplay, it looks like a hybrid between Mass Effect Andromeda, Warframe, and Destiny. Some of the powers even kind of look like something from, Mass Effect Andromeda. Lots of the sound effects are really over-exaggerated. I don't know if it's just the demo itself. They wanted to really boost it and make sure they got all the different robotic sounds and stuff like that. But, this game just looks and doesn't... it just looks boring. It looks more boring than World War Z, the World War Z game. I'm probably going to try the demo. Maybe I'll pick it up eventually, but this is not going to be a day one purchase for me. I'm definitely going to wait on reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, you can kind of watch it yourself, see what you think. Personally, like I said, it just looks like it's going to be, your general, boring ass Destiny type game. I don't know what else there is to say about it. The missions kind of go exactly as you expect them to go. Lots of downtime, flying to an objective, walking to an objective, talking, and then you get to the objective, do one thing, and all of a sudden guys attack you, and you shoot them off, and then you go to the next one, and you go to the next place, and you go to the next place. And it's not like a fun, monotonous kind of thing. It seems like more of like a boring, monotonous kind of thing. To be honest with you, are you gonna be getting Anthem? Are ya? Are you really? Are you really? I didn't think so. We'll see. Well, like I said, we'll see. Someone commented in the comment section on this about the cape for the character that kind of looks like the Warlock from the Destiny game. His name is Constable What, and he makes a good point here just by saying it looks really ugly. There's not any physics on it, so the cape literally just looks like it's a piece of plastic. It's just a little bit hard to see stuff like that when... games are so... the game looks beautiful itself, like the graphics and stuff like that look beautiful, and then you have this cape that looks like a non-Viagra cape. I don't understand. I just don't understand. It just looks boring. It just looks repetitive. I'm done talking about it. This may be the new Destiny 2 game. This may be the new game that Yemmy hates and talks about a lot. We'll see! All right, and probably the newest of the news is Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo is going to hit the store January 11th. So what this is going to be a 1-hour demo where you can do anything that you want inside of this police station in Raccoon City, aka the RPD, the Raccoon City Police Department. and you're gonna scavenge, you're gonna survive, you're gonna hunt down zombies, you're gonna try and stay alive, you're gonna decide whether to fight or run away. Dang, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be daunting. You're gonna want to inspect every inch of this demo for clues as to what they did with Resident Evil 2 in this remake of it. Graphics look amazing, from the screenshots to the actual in-game stuff. So we'll see. I mean, this looks like it's going to be pretty promising. This may make me want Resident Evil 2. I've never played Resident Evil 2. I wasn't a fan of the HD remakes of the first game and the was it like Zero game, whatever it's called. I did like Resident Evil 4, 5, not really 6, but 7 definitely. And I think this game is going to be added to my games collection when it comes out. I'm going to try this demo, and I might even live stream it. Who knows? But looks really good. Sounds really interesting. I mean, they're giving you 1 hour to do everything you want, and then you could never play it again. You won't be able to play the demo again. So make sure you take your time. I mean, don't take your time. Get through this damn thing. So yeah, there you go. That is the news. Pretty interesting stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, last week I said I'm going to go over some of the newer games that are coming out, but PlayStation Blog hasn't released a drop since the last week of December, and I cannot find any website that will just fucking tell me release days and release. So if you know a website that has just a list of the release days of games for that week and has a little description of them, I would really, really fucking appreciate it, because apparently this is something that blows everyone's minds. I mean, you're gonna blow down this door.
There's a door in my way.
You're gonna blow up this door, and you're gonna. Apparently, this is just like. This is something that's obscene. No one's ever heard of this before. PlayStation Blog was doing it. Oh, no one else can do it in their fucking life. I cannot, for the love of me, find anything. I will give you a hearty thank you and a howdy do if you just send me a goddamn website that tells me the weekly releases for all goddamn consoles. Maybe even Steam too. I would really enjoy that. Wow. I still can't believe I can't fucking find one goddamn website that's not littered with ads and littered with cookies. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching and listening to this episode of the Ferret Bit. What the hell? What am I doing? Thank you for listening to this episode of YemmyCast, a video game podcast. YemmyCast is released every Wednesday, usually, around 10 a.m. as a premiere, always. People voted. They say they want premiere every time. I have seen that it has been a lot more fun to watch these things with you guys, comment with you guys. I might not be able to be there for every single one. I may not be able to be there for every single minute of every single one, but I will try, especially with my work schedule. People say, why don't you just release it later? Well, you know, I started at 10 a.m., and I've been getting good reception at 10 a.m. I've been getting a good amount of views at 10 a.m., so I'm going to leave it at 10 a.m. Ferret Business Podcast, which I mentioned before, that releases every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday's episode yesterday was with Grog Games, so if you want to, you can check that out. This Friday, I believe, is Crankage Games. He's going to be on the podcast. We're going to kind of learn a little bit more about him. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Crankage Games. So yeah, you can learn a bit more about that. That'll be Friday, 11 a.m. as always with the podcast, the Ferret Business Podcast. Like I said, and if you remember from the clip earlier, this weekend is going to be Battlefield 5 highlight reel from my Getting the Sten Gold live stream. That live stream went on for a lot longer than I remember. It was a 3-hour live stream, which is crazy because I don't normally stream for that long. But yeah, that will be put together and out, and then that live stream will be unlisted, and you can only watch it if you have the direct link. All right, thank you everyone once again for coming around. I know this episode was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but thank you once again for sticking around if you have, and thank you everyone for everything that you do. I will see you guys hopefully in the next episode, and hopefully in the next Ferret Business Podcast. As always, I am YemmytheFerret, and this has been YemmyCast.